Hi everybody, Joey here again and welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to build a dosing system. Now a dosing system allows you to dose trace elements, fertilizers, supplements, and any other liquid to your aquarium. It does so in small set amounts at set times of the day. Many planted aquarium and reef owners dose their aquariums on a daily basis. Some rely on a dosing system to do it for them, while others manually dose daily. Now a dosing system consists of two main components, a dosing container and a dosing pump. Both are typically sold separately, and purchased, this will run you about $200. The one I will show you will only cost you less than $30. So let's get started. For a dosing container, you will need a small plastic container that has a sealable lid, preferably spill-proof and around 2 liters in size. For this one that I got, well, I only paid about $2.50 for it. The size will depend entirely on what you want to use this for and how much of a container you need. You do not need anything fancy or expensive though. Even a simple water bottle will work, if it has a flat bottom. You will also need airline ball valves. You need to have 2 of these. These are pretty common to find online with an aquarium supply store. They fit perfectly inside the airline hose and are barbed at the end, so the line does not come off. They will cost you around 50 cents each. Common airline hose will also be needed. You'll also need a small amount of silicone. Start by drilling a hole as close to the bottom of the container as possible. The hole should be about the same size as the airline hose. Take a small piece of airline hose and attach it to one of the ball valves. Insert the ball valve with the airline end into the hole in the bottle. The ball valve slightly makes the airline wider than normal, and this helps to create a seal on the bottle. The seal will prevent leaks and movement. The purpose of this valve will be discussed later. Add a dab of silicone around the ball valve to help seal it, and this completes the dosing container. Now we need a pump. I recommend using the Tom Aquatics Aqualifter dosing pump. If you search it online, you will come to find that it will average around $15. This is similar to an air pump, but instead of air, it can pump liquid. It pumps small amounts of liquid though, which is perfect for this project. Connect the lift pump to the valve on the container. This valve should be connected to the suction input of the pump. Connect a small piece of airline to the output of the pump. Then the second ball valve. Then more airline. This will serve as a return to your aquarium. And that's it. So how does this work? Well, fluid is sucked from the container and pumped to the aquarium. The ball valve connected to the container serves as a shutoff and a place to disconnect the pump from the container. The valve ensures nothing leaks when you do so. The ball valve on the output controls the flow of the liquid. Now let's talk about how to set this up and how to get the right amount of flow out of it. We need to know one thing. How much water or liquid is in a drop? It takes 20 drops of water to make 1 milliliter of water. So for example, if you drip this at a rate of 1 drop per second, you will have dripped 3 milliliters of water in 1 minute. This measurement is how you calculate the flow. When you turn the pump on, you will notice that the water flows out and doesn't actually drip. You will need to use the ball valve on the output of the pump to control the flow and bring it down to a drip. Never restrict the flow going in, only restrict the flow going out. Restricting the flow going into the pump will only ruin the water pump in no time. So now that we know how to calculate the dosing amount, we can't just have this thing dripping all day, so we need to put it on a timer. A cheap timer is all that's needed here. One that will allow you to switch it on and off by the minute. Typically, these will run you only about $5. Set the timer to turn the pump on once per day for a set time period. So let's take a look at an example now that we understand drip rates. Say we need to dose 20 milliliters of fertilizer to an aquarium once a day. That means we need to make sure that there are 400 drips to make up those 20 milliliters. If you drip 2 drips per second, you'll reach those 400 drips in a matter of 2 minutes. So we would set the timer to come on for 2 minutes and then shut back off once a day. Now I suggest practicing with water first. Get your drip right before adding in the real thing. This could take a few attempts and maybe even a few days to make sure the drip is consistently correct. Placing the output hose near a power head or return of a filter will make sure that the dosing solution is being evenly distributed amongst the aquarium and not just in one spot. So that is how to build a dosing system. If anything else, I hope this got you thinking and possibly inspired more ideas out of you. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I also want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.